watching 48 Fastcast.
Good Thursday afternoon, everyone. I'm Liz Hurley with this 48 Fastcast. We start today in Lauderdale County, where a woman on trial for trying to kill her husband has been acquitted of that charge, but found guilty of another. Melissa Allison was found guilty of domestic violence and leaving the scene of an accident, but not guilty on attempted murder charges. She was convicted of hitting her husband's car multiple times with hers while he was still inside. She claims she wasn't behind the wheel. Her attorney tells us she will try to appeal that conviction, but right now her sentencing is slated for March. WAFF 48's Aria Pons was in the courtroom today for that decision. We'll have more coming up today at 4. We now know the identity of the woman who was struck and killed by a car earlier this morning. Officers arrived at the intersection of Pulaski Pike and Williamsburg Drive around 3:30 a.m. Investigators say 37-year-old Denisha Simulton was hit by a car and died from her injuries. They say Simulton was in the middle of the road when she was hit. No charges are expected in this incident.
Well, nice Thursday. Your Friday's going to be even better, and overall, the weekend's not terrible. It's as we get later into the day, Saturday, particularly Saturday night into Sunday morning, we have quite a bit of rain coming. Let's go ahead and take a look at Huntsville right now. Should be a pretty quiet evening commute out there. It's 58 degrees, just a few high clouds. That's it. Area temperatures, well, they're all right around 58, 59, and 54 degrees. Next 12 hours, we cool down, just not as fast as we did last night, and we'll probably stay well above freezing again. 37 on average for the low, some scattered frost a possibility. We have shifted that first alert weather day into Sunday. Same storm system, it's just slowed down. Biggest impact will be early Sunday morning. Rain could linger into the late afternoon hours on Sunday though. But again, the first half of the day, Saturday for your Valentine's Day, looks pretty good. We're going to go through it hour by hour coming up.
Thank you, Brad. A Rogersville man is facing sexual battery charges today for crimes that investigators say he committed while working as a referee for a Tennessee middle school. Chauncey Staggs was recently indicted by a Wayne County grand jury. The sheriff tells us that an SRO received a tip from a student, which led to the investigation. The sheriff is not commenting about the nature of the crimes, only saying he was engaging in, quote, inappropriate behavior. Staggs now sits in the Wayne County jail on a $200,000 bond. Back in Alabama, Governor Kay Ivey officially put pen to paper today on the Child Predator Death Penalty Act. That bill now makes those convicted of sex crimes against children under the age of 12 eligible for the death penalty. Lawmakers pushed for this bill in the wake of an alleged child sex abuse ring out of Bibb County last year. That bill now set to go into effect October the 1st. Huntsville Utilities crews back in the Rocket City after spending 2 weeks in the cold restoring Nashville's power. We'll hear from them about their experiences when we come back. Huntsville utility crews back home after spending the last 2 weeks in Nashville. Crews helped bring power back to more than 200,000 people who lost it during last month's winter storm. They spent up to 14 hours a day out in freezing temperatures to restore the power there, working in segments to avoid overloading the system. They say gratitude from the community is what stood out to them most as they left.
One night we got done working and we were out to eat at a restaurant, just trying to get a bite to eat before we, come in for the night. And actually one of the customers in the neighborhood that we were just in, he come up and offered to buy whatever we wanted.
When we were going through, we were just energizing each individual transformer, and one of the transformers we made hot, there was a bunch of kids that they come out and they were running alongside the bucket truck screaming, thanking us for being there.
So heartwarming. Huntsville Utilities was not alone in this effort. The National Guard and multiple utility companies from across the area joined in the crew's efforts.
Now, your first alert weather with Chief Meteorologist Brad Travis.
Well, another nice afternoon, 59 out in the shoals, just like glass there on the water in Wilson Lake. Light winds, and those light winds will continue tonight and much of the day tomorrow. Here's your weekend forecast. The update from last night, we've moved the first alert weather day from Saturday to Sunday, and it's just because the timing has changed by about 6 to 8 hours. There will still be showers Saturday, and they'll continue to intensify late in the day into the evening, but the heaviest rain will be very early Sunday morning. We're still not expecting severe weather from this. Your Friday looks just as nice, if not a little bit nicer and warmer than today has been. 63 degrees at 3 o'clock, 52 at 7. So if you got evening plans, still on the cool side, but not terribly cold out there. Here's a look at the morning hours. A few clouds out there early on. That may keep some of you in the upper 30s and lower 40s. Where we clear out, though, with those light winds and dry air, we're likely headed down to about at least 36, 37. By noon tomorrow, we've got wall-to-wall sunshine, light winds out of the east, and temperatures just about where they are right now. We continue to warm up. I think we're going to hit about 64 degrees for the official afternoon high. Not much wind at all, so just a perfect day out there. 8 o'clock in the evening for your evening plans, as I mentioned earlier, still hanging out about 50 degrees, so not bad. Overnight lows will be in the low to mid 40s. As we get into Saturday, it will become mostly cloudy. We're going to have an area of shower activity move through during the late morning hours. You see it depicted here. This lifts to the north, and behind that, we don't have a whole lot of rain for the afternoon. It's the overnight hours on into Sunday that we're more concerned with the heaviest rainfall. You can see the rainfall potential goes way up Saturday night into Sunday morning, and then it really drops next week. Here's your 10-day forecast coming up at 4. We're going to break down this Saturday, Sunday time frame for you a little bit better. And look at that. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, all the way into next weekend above normal. And some of you may make a run for 80 degrees by Thursday.
Boy, does that sound good. Thank you, Brad. And thank you for joining us for this 48 Fastcast. AJ Weiss will log on momentarily with today's Before the 4. And of course, don't forget to join us on WAFF 48, 4, 5, 6, and 10 for more of today's top stories from the Valley and beyond. I'm Liz Hurley. Thanks for watching. Have a great Thursday.